privileged to officiate at this important occasion, the inaugural Zimbabwe Irrigation Investment Conference, which fulfills the Bible, which says, Muchari Achezia. Irrigation-driven agriculture is under renewed attention in view of its centrality for the realization of Sustainable Development Goals 1 and 2 on eliminating poverty and ending hunger. Undoubtedly, the conference will provide an invaluable platform for farmers, experts, government, and the private sector, along with other stakeholders in the agricultural space, to reflect on the opportunities and challenges of the sector at national, regional, and international levels. These include climate change adaptation and mitigation, the need to spur diverse and often interdependent industries towards economic growth, transformation, and an improved quality of life for our communities. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, the theme of this conference in the court, private sector partnerships for sustainable and structured irrigation financing to deliver food security everywhere, every day, end of quote, underscores the urgency with which we must approach the development of innovative funding solutions and investment for irrigation in agriculture. It is a call to action for sustainable partnerships and collaboration. At this juncture, in our national, regional, and continental quest to realize food security and sovereignty, essential resources must be appropriately channeled to complement state-funded irrigation development projects, as well as improving efficiencies, production and productivity in the agricultural sector. Ultimately, we must attain our common aspiration to be a continent that is able to feed itself. Zimbabwe, like other countries in the region, has not been spared from the climate change-induced natural disasters and unpredictable weather patterns. The 2023-2024 season drought was regarded as one of the worst in 43 years, with far-reaching consequences. This, coupled with the illegal sanctions imposed on us by some Western countries, continue to curtail the progress of our national development agenda. Zimbabwe is ordinarily a food-secure nation, save for the current devastating drought. Regrettably, due to climate change, our region has been projected to be more drought-prone in the decades to come. It is now urgent and imperative that we think outside the box for the purpose of de-risking our nation from the vagaries of climate change. Similarly, stakeholders and communities alike should accelerate the implementation and adoption of mechanisms to climate-proof our agriculture sector, beginning at household level. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, it is most fortunate that Zimbabwe, under the Second Republic, has drawn invaluable lessons from the robust and responsive policies implemented to empower our people so that they are able to produce their own food. models centered around unproductive food aid are not sustainable and disempower communities from the right to chart their own destiny. There is need, therefore, for policies, projects, and funding models which strike an intricate balance between the protection of the dignity of the communities, state-guaranteed welfare support, and the business case of investors to fund viable projects in our country. To date, my administration has rolled out the Accelerated Irrigation, Rehabilitation, and Development Agenda. Our paradigm has shifted through the deliberate expansion of our water harvesting and irrigation development programs. This has seen the prioritization of extensive dam construction in our country, both in pace and in scale, with corresponding development nodes, which include power generation, fisheries, water and sanitation to complement agricultural activity. High-impact dams have been constructed across our country, such as Marobanyati Dam, Mchekeramwa Dam, Chivu Dam, Gwai Shangani Dam, Kunzu Dam, Tuli Manyanga Dam, Dande Dam, and Ziminya Dam, as well as the Tugwi Mukosi Dam. Modern conveyancing and irrigation development around these facilities has the potential to realize multi-pronged benefits in terms of our national total area of irrigable land, food security, agro-based industries, and other ripple effects to the broader economy of our country. The total hectarage under irrigation has between 2019 and 2024 increased by 24%. This represents the fastest irrigation development phase since the attainment of our independence. And further gives a synopsis of the immense potential of what is possible with additional investments. Esteemed delegates, the Agriculture, Food System and Rural Transformation Strategy has encouraged the implementation of climate-smart farming methods. Under this strategy, the Pfumvudza Itwasa program has led to unprecedented harvests of maize and other traditional grains, while building climate change mitigation, adaptation and resilience across our communities. Additionally, the introduction of the Rural Development 8.0 model, with a cocktail of measures designed to uplift the quality of livelihoods of rural communities, has had far-reaching impacts among our communities. Among these transformative interventions are the village business units, which are being rolled out, and will see the establishment of 35,000 agro-based companies across 35,000 villages in our country. The model has boreholes and nutritional gardens at each village, and will result in intensive agricultural production, value addition, and beneficiation centers, as organized by my ministry. The rehabilitation of other community assets, such as wells and reservoirs, are being attended to. Funding and partnerships for tailor-made agriculture starter packs, including affordable irrigation kits, that meet the needs of smallholder farmers are welcome. To date, numerous successes have been scored and lessons learned, while our people have a greater sense of self-belief in their abilities and a high work ethic with regard to production and productivity. This makes us confident that with further investments in irrigation development, agricultural modernization, and mechanization, we can realize win-win benefits for our people. We welcome investments and partnerships for the development of additional land for irrigation purposes around our new dams for cereal production, high-value crops, and pastures for our cattle. We are determined to efficiently use our national water capacity stock, including underground water resources, for the holistic socio-economic development of our country and our region. Prospects exist for sustainable partnerships as we march forward towards attaining the country's irrigation potential of 2 million hectares. Under the mantra, Zimbabwe is open for business, my government will continue to foster a conducive business environment to facilitate private sector-led irrigation development and economic growth. At the government level, we have rolled out a cocktail of financing options to catalyze investments in irrigation systems. In this regard, joint ventures and public-private partnerships under the Agriculture and Rural Development Authority's Vision 2030 Incubator Accelerator model have seen profitable returns for investors, partners, and communities alike. The positive results realized by government entities and the private sector players we have partnered to finance, to develop, and to manage irrigation projects are applauded. In this spirit, the signing of an implementation memorandum of agreement between my government, the Pest Stock and the Valley brands is worth noting and exemplifies the unity of purpose and the cooperation which must be nurtured between the public and private sectors. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, debates during this conference should also explore financing strategies to propel farmer-led irrigation development, funding mechanisms which reduce costs to farmers, while helping the diversification of irrigation-led agriculture productivity and the empowerment of women and youth deserve attention as you debate. The support of development partners, including that of international financial institutions, is appreciated towards advancing the modernization, the mechanization, development, and rehabilitation of irrigation schemes, particularly among smallholder and commercial farmers. I thank you for your solidarity remarks and the pledge for continued support going into the future. Meanwhile, we remain cognizant that agriculture can never develop in isolation. Hence, there is an urgent need to invest in key enablers that drive holistic and sustainable development. The broadening of our country's power and energy generation mix has become more urgent in view of the risks associated with hydropower generation as a result of climate change-induced droughts. Investors are welcome in this respect and assured of favorable entry requirements under our independent power producer framework. Partnerships are invited to enhance other aspects of the agricultural ecosystem, such as farmer capability building, extension services, equipment repair and maintenance, along with matters related to soil health and the post-harvest technologies. In view of the envisioned exponential growth of Zimbabwe's agricultural sector, investments around logistics, transport networks, and the dry ports at strategic locations throughout the country provide lucrative financial prospects for those who have imagination. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference has demonstrated our shared commitment to address the impact of climate change, which is one of the existential challenges of our time, specifically as it impacts the agricultural sector. More than ever before, our food, cereals, pastures, and livestock now require more water and not necessarily rain. As stakeholders in the sector, we have a duty to guarantee food security for our nation, our region, and our continent, and indeed humanity. The responsibility upon us is very weighty. We cannot afford to fail. Let us therefore remain focused, invest, partner, and collaborate to scale up irrigation development, efficient water resources management, and agriculture-led industrialization. By pulling together and sweating our diverse financial resources, we can build and secure the future today. It is God's will that we must sweat in order to have comfort. As I conclude, I congratulate you all for convening at this conference, which is a reflection of your desire to do your part to build our motherland, Zimbabwe, the Zimbabwe we want, and to feed ourselves as well as SADC region and the African continent as a whole. The manner in which this event has been organized, for example, the exhibitions which I have seen downstairs, and establishment of deal rooms were refreshing initiatives. Well done. May the unity of purpose and the clarity of vision which characterized this conference continue to be nurtured going into the future. With these remarks, it is now my honor and privilege to declare the inaugural Zimbabwe Irrigation Investment Conference officially open. I wish you all fruitful and prosperous engagements. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. Thank you.